Williams Ross Architects was started in 1988 by our founding principal, Bill Williams. He had a pretty simple vision, and it was to create well-designed, functional buildings that were buildable. He was a bricklayer to start off with, and then he became an architect. His core business principles were to always pay attention to the details and provide excellent customer service. He was really passionate about architecture, and he saw great value in building long-standing relationships with our business partners and our clients. So his passion was about making sure the design consultants and builders were all on board with us. Many of us have worked here with Bill. He passed away in 2007. And many of us have been with the company over 10 years, and some of us have got over 20 years. We reached out to sustainable certification some years ago. The majority of our work is done for local governments. And while we always had a quality management system in place, the requirements of the local governments were that we needed to be certified. So we developed a new integrated management system based on the ISO 9001-2004. And we had second party accreditation until 2007, but then as time progressed, obviously we had to get further certification, which is why we ended up coming to sustainable certification. It also became a mandatory criteria in a lot of our tenders that we were certified, so it was an obvious thing that we had to do. We chose to go with sustainable certification. It was a really simple process. We got proposals from 3 different providers, and honestly, the reason we went with sustainable certification was because they offered the best product, the easiest certification process, and comparable price. So it wasn't a hard decision. So over the years, we've had some major changes to our quality management system while we've been using sustainable certification. We have a critical part of our system called our project quality plan, which is this overarching document that we use to make sure our projects are all ticking the boxes of our quality management system. At one point, that was a 70-page document that was just a really onerous thing to work with. And with a bit of guidance, we changed that to a 5-page document, and it's now part of our integrated into our SharePoint site. So we've been able to do this by utilising the document review process that Sustainable Certification offer, and at the advice on how we maintain our QA records that's been provided by the auditor. It's reduced a lot of the work that we used to do with paperwork. It's also made our staff more engaged in the process, and so it's been a win for all of us. Sustainable certification guided us through the process of upgrading our system to the 2015 standard, which required a really major update to our document. So Virginia, one of our directors, and Paul worked collaboratively through that process so we maintained our accreditation.